never really done this on my phone, so we'll see how it goes. You have a plug here, but no, don't worry about it. We should be good. We should be good. Yeah, I'm fully charged. I mean, should it be good? Yeah. I don't know. I've never really done it, like I said, so much with it. So. Oh, there's shoes up there. You call me like it'd be like 9 o'clock your time. So I was telling Alan about it. Like, well, you should do the same thing. You should call him at like 9 o'clock at night. It's his night. No, that wouldn't. That would be smart shit. So I know. Yeah, watch that sorting. So that was apparently from 300. Yeah, no, from the set. From the set. Oh, that's awesome. So it's a good way. I mean, it's still like poly. I think it was a little bit bigger than that, though. Somebody tells me. Was it? Yeah, because they were. It's bigger. No, history was bigger than that. I don't. I can't tell you. I'm in there. I don't know. But they're really big, man. Right. Like these guys are. The saying is that you either come home with the shoe or they carry you on it. So it should be big enough for you to fit on it. Well, so fit on that thing. There's like bucklers and then the shields in it as well. Yeah, exactly. No, but it's really neat. You just really designed because it flex off, right? Right. It's got a shape of it. Great technology. I don't know. Who knows? I think we all like to think technology. Honestly, I think at the end of the day, somebody just made it and said, here you go, use this, try this out. At least for my. I wonder if it's good if it has the dish, though. Partly because I think arrows would bounce more towards your people. They didn't have a circle. That was their strength, right? They made a pharynx, what's that thing called? So what was the pharynx? I see, I didn't know that. Pretty interesting. But it's when you have nothing else to do but fight. That's all. You could just focus on that, and that's it. Yeah, they could conquer, but they couldn't set up anything else after that, right? They couldn't set up a system or a government system. It's like, okay, take us over. Can't. They still can't. Yeah, exactly. They still can't. They can't fight anymore. What's that? They can't fight anymore. Right? Not as people. Listen, you can go there. You can go, so you won't find any of them around. That's for sure. No. I think there's a couple schools though that do it still. My mom's still there. There is. I know there's one in Italy. Maybe, yeah. Like, there's a guy that was teaching it for years, pancreation. Well, not necessarily, but I mean, basically it's MMA, which is boxing and wrestling, right? No, I got no fighting. Right, but there are. And that guy for years. What's interesting? That guy for years. Oh, hold on, I just gotta let some people in. That guy for years, admit. Sorry, I just had some people want to admit all. There we go.
Hey, Manny.
What's up, guys? How's everybody?
How are you?
I'm good, man. I'm good. I'm inside Roots Dojo now. I'm inside Valley School.
Oh, cool.
How are you guys doing?
Good.
Let me see. Who is there? Where's it? There's everybody. Jaker, how are you, man?
Good, Manny.
I'll take you guys on a tour after outside. We're inside now. We're soft now. We need some warmth. Who's there? Tom? Who's there? Tom? Let's see. Tom, Eddie, Jaker.
All the old guys. Yeah.
Yeah, those are the guys that will be training, eh? We're all the young guys.
Worried about COVID. Give me a couple of minutes, guys. We'll start up in a bit.
Okay.
Nice gym, eh, Jake? Look at that.
Yeah, I like it.
It's a wood
Yeah, I'll show
structure.
you around.
Nice.
Yeah, see it? You see it?
Yeah.
Is it
There's
open,
Valley.
Manny?
What's that?
It's open?
Everything's open here, brother. Everything's open. They just
That's
they
not
just
right.
hate Toronto, man. They're that's
Fuck,
all
we
it is.
can't do
Everyone hates
anything.
Toronto. It's fine. Yeah, we can't do anything apparently. Yeah, that's the problem. It's interesting. Oh, hold on. I gotta let a few more people in.
I was in the park today, Eddie.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Wow, it's so cool. Holy shit. Patrick. Oh, okay. Nice. There's Tom.
Thomas, how are you?
Hey, Michael.
Sorry, guys. I'm running the whole thing out of my phone. For everybody that's joining in, we're at Roots, okay? This is Valley's gym. As I'll show you, I'll do a quick tour around.
Is this like a
take
separate
your-
building on his property?
What's that?
Is this like a separate building on his property?
Okay, fuck. I'll take you outside. You guys you can't wait, eh? Look at you. You just can't. And I
There's
told
nothing
Val,
on this
I go,
island.
where's all the patience as martial artists? Where'd you guys go? You see that?
Oh, God. Wow. Holy
You guys
shit.
see that?
Nice.
Yeah,
We are,
beautiful.
guys, we're literally, look at that.
Wow.
This is where we are. Can you understand that now? Look, here's his dojo. Look at that, all around.
Okay. Wow.
Guys, you guys are seeing this now. I've known this for 15 years. When you first told me, I'm like, what? In the middle of where?
So you're not
Look
actually
at
coming
it, though.
back.
No, yeah, I won't be coming back. I think I'm gonna be staying here. That's what I think is gonna happen. I got it. Thanks, brother. Hold on. I'm just gonna. I got a few more people to admit. Hold on. There we go. All right, guys. Hold on. We're gonna start in a couple of minutes. I know there's a few people waiting to get in. I'm trying to fit everybody. Michael, how are you? Miro, Steve. I can't get everybody on my phone in one shot, so I'll do my best. Okay. Can everybody hear me good?
Yeah.
Miro, you got me? Everybody can hear me? Good. I'm in, for those of you who don't know, I'm in British Columbia right now with Valley. I don't know why. He just told me to come out here for no apparent reason. So I'm at his gym in a place called Denman Island. It's a smaller island off of Victoria Island. So I'm going to do the class from here with some of his students behind me. And then I'm going to show you guys around where this place is. Now, how long has school been around, Valley?
Like the facility?
Yeah.
6 years, 5 years?
No, but before that, you were a teacher. What, 20?
20 years.
20 years. Yeah. So this place, guys, like the training, the systemic training here has been over 20 years. So it's been a long time they've been training here. So you're going to see some really interesting stuff. So 2 more minutes and we're going to get started. I'm just waiting for a few people to get on and then we're good. Michael, how are you, man? You hear
Doing
me?
well, man.
Good. Good to see you, man. I heard you had some problem with the Wednesday class. I don't know what happened. I couldn't tell you. I don't know why it was deleted. I have no clue. But thank you. You did your best, man. It's nobody's fault. That just doesn't make any sense. I don't know why.
Oh, we had fun.
Miro? Yeah, I'm sure you did. Miro, how are you, man? You're good?
Good, I guess.
How's the Czech Republic?
Well, they opened the restaurants to close them again.
That's nice. They did that to us. They did that to us martial artists, the same thing. They opened this up for 2 weeks. They said they closed this right away again. We'll see. I heard they closed more of Toronto, so I think that's to be expected going through. But I'm on BC here. Everything's so far okay here. I mean, they've got some restrictions, but so I will do the class. You guys ready to get started, guys? Yeah, the whole thing's recorded. Yeah. So guys, listen, I can't because I've got it on my phone right now. I can't get my laptop the Wi-Fi here, so I'm just going to do it off my phone. So I can't see everybody. I got to sometimes scroll, but I'll do my best. Just follow along. I'll post the class up so you guys can watch it as soon as I can when I get some good reception. Okay, you guys ready to get started?
Yep.
You have any questions from last week at all? No, just follow along, guys. I got some of Valley's students here too, so I might use them for some of the stuff we're doing, but just follow along with everything. Everybody can see me perfect? You guys can see me perfect? Okay, cool, guys. Okay, come. Is it better like this? Not like that. Is it better like that?
Like that.
Is that better? Okay, I'm new with this stuff. Okay, good. All right, guys. So follow on. Everybody stand up for a sec. What? No, it's good. Everybody stand up for a sec. You can see me. You can hear me. Thumbs up. Okay, good. Good. Start moving your neck. Moving your neck slowly. And then at the same time, neck and shoulders. So you kind of got this kind of soft movement in the top of your body, right? Just shoulders, not so much your arms or neck and shoulders. Good. Now wrists and elbows. So nothing else, but kind of like, not even the shoulders, mostly wrists and elbows. Now start to add in your shoulders. So you got your wrist, elbows, shoulders, and neck. Okay, but you're not into your waist at all. Good. Now leave your arms. Let's start to kind of work with more your chest and your back, but to get to the spine, I guess, mostly. Right? So you want like upper spine, so open the back, close the back. And even kind of sideways a little bit. Really focus on the spine now. So you're really kind of bending and rotating, and you're kind of feeling your spine. Try to catch yourself if you're holding your breath. Try to keep that breath smooth. And now into the hips. So just relax the upper body, but kind of move the hips. And as you're kind of moving the hips, you're letting the knees and the ankles follow along. So it's like you're not thinking about them. It's mostly the hips, but the ankles and the knees kind of follow along. So whatever shape that you make with your hips, so if it's a figure 8 or if it's a circle, the rest of the leg has to follow. So whatever shape it takes, it's okay. Remember, you can go both ways, right? Now try to focus on the shoulders and the hips. So everything is through this area. So you feel when the shoulders move, the hips follow along, right? They're never separate from each other, right? Shoulders and hips. Arms and legs just kind of tag along for the ride. Try to look at the whole movement from the beginning to the end. And at the very end of the movement, extend an arm. At the very end. So you move and the arm comes right at the end. It's like right at the last second. Think of a whip. Just at the very end, it kind of comes. You do the exact same thing with your leg now, right? At the very end, the leg comes. So you start the movement with the body, and at the end, that leg starts to come. It can be any kind of kick, it didn't matter, but it comes at the very end. You can switch. One time your arm, one time your leg. Remember, keep the focus on the body, and at the very end, an arm or a leg comes. Good, stay where you are, nice and still. Open up your arms. So really strong pull, right? But just slowly. Pull, 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 like you're pulling two things very close to you, so there's lots of tension. And as you exhale, it just floats out. There's no effort to extend the arms. So you're contracting, every muscle in the body you have is pulling close. And then exhale, relax. So the trick here is you want to be strong, but if you're shaking, it's too much. You need to be strong. And then when you relax, it should float out. Your arm should just literally float out. Okay? So you're pulling hard, but not so much that you're shaking, right? Stop for a second. There's some small mistakes. When I'm pulling, I know it's hard to see, but I'm pulling even with my legs. Like as I'm contracting, I'm squeezing my legs, every muscle in my body is pulling in. And then when I relax, every muscle is expanding out. So it feels like a radiating light. So there's a light shining out. And then when I'm pulling, it's coming in. And I'm literally squeezing with my legs in too. Okay, so pull in, and then on the out, you relax. Should be the whole body, guys, the whole body. Come close, guys. Just closer. You guys from home. Come close. Come for a second. Just for a second. I'll explain it with ballet so you can see it, okay? Just watch for a second. When you pull your arms out, okay? First thing I do, even before my hands, I contract my stomach, so all the muscles start to shrink. Then they come in, the legs come in, you shrink in, right? And then in one breath, it's out. It's gone. You hold it and then it's gone. Literally like you're blowing out a candle. In comes everything, so all of it's compacting in, and then it's gone. There's nothing, it just goes out, okay? Yeah, so you really got to figure it. Perfect. Try it, guys. Try it on your own, okay? Try it. Just got to admit one more person. Okay? Crunch in every muscle. Think of your ankles, your knees, all the muscles come in, and it goes out. And you should feel that lightness when you go out. When you let everything go back, there's like a lightness comes to you. Okay, now the opposite. So stay still, nice and relaxed, right? So now you're pushing out. So it's like everything is pulling that way. So all my effort is on the push out. So even my arms and my legs are pushing out. And then I just come back to normal. So now it's the extension. Everything is pushing out, pushing out. Whew. Remember, when you relax, don't collapse too much. Just kind of push out. And everything goes back to like where you would be standing, just a standing position. So remember, start the push out from the stomach. Everything pushes from the stomach, from the hips, from the shoulders, from the legs. Feel really strong. And then phew, in 1 second, I go back to normal. So everything is pushing out. For even the legs, the stomach, everything is pushing. Think of a group collapsing in and you're opening them. Nice, Tom. Nice. Jaker, that's good. Okay, guys, come around for a second. Come around for a sec. I'll show you with some of the guys from Roots, okay? So here, because you can see it, right? But just come close. So see how everybody's pushing in on Valley in the middle, okay? So for Valley, he should start to grow up and move them. Whoa. So he starts to, you have to be strong enough to move the circle away from you. Okay, so it's like everything's collapsing in on you and it has to come in. Whoa. Right? Watch it one more time. See if you can see it. Okay, I'll try to bring it as close to you. See, there's the pressure. That's it. So see, the first thing Valley did was he filled himself, not of worries, because in worries you construct. He started to grow himself. And then in that position, he became strong in the group, okay? Psychologically, you have to be more powerful than the group first. Mentally, you have to, like you. So first you take care of yourself, and then you take care of the pressure that's around you, right? Just like life stresses, the same thing, right? You can handle the problem from the stresses, right? So try it again on your own. Okay, try to imagine like 3-4 people around you. Grow yourself and kind of push everything away. Kind of with it starts with start explaining the martial art application. Nice, Patrick. Really good. Miro, make sure from the hips, the stomach, the chest, and then the last thing is the power comes out to the arms. Patrick, good. Perfect. Awesome, guys. Stop for a second. Just let your body sit normal. Just try to let your body sit normal. And just quickly, not quickly, but just a little bit, walk around, okay? And what I want you to do is walk around and be very cognizant of every step you take. So try to make every step exactly like the last one you just did. Like it should be perfect carbon copy of the last step. How much pressure, the length of the stride. It can be a few steps forward, some sideways. But imagine you're evaluating, you're trying to make the 10 best steps you can. exactly like each other. Yeah, exactly. Some of those guys do that. Yeah, so much. Really, guys, bring lots of focus to your steps. Forward, backward, left, and right. It's really, really important. Very good, guys. Now, the same thing, but with your eyes closed. Okay? Don't rush. It does. If you don't have a lot of room, it's okay. Just a few steps is fine. But try to do the exact same thing with your eyes closed. And what I want you to be aware of is the pressure of each step, the weight on each step, not just the step. Pressure, weight, distance, make them feel the same. Awesome, guys. Good. Come close for a quick second. So the idea of pressure, okay, the idea of understanding pressure is very important here, okay? So it doesn't matter um, whether you're a baseball player, how hard and how much pressure you put on the grip of the baseball bat will determine how freely you can swing that bat. When I have my bow, the same thing, the pressure that I put on that bow with the front hand and the back hand will dictate how relaxed I can be when I shoot. Same with my gun. How hard I grab the pistol will dictate how sensitive I can use when I'm pulling the trigger, okay? The pressure that you put on the floor will dictate how freely you can move. Too much pressure, it's hard to move and causes you tension, okay? So just so you start to train with pressure in different ways. So steps is one way, okay? So I try to, as I'm walking, keep the pressure the same on my foot, right? If I go heel to toe, toe to heel, it changes everything as well. The pressure needs to be exactly the same. I want you to try the pressure with your breathing now. So stay nice and straight, okay? So you see it from a different way. So it's, you know how we do 1 in, 1 out, 2 in, 2 out, 3 in, 3 out, 4 in, 4 out. And we see it as a number. Now I want you to see it as a pressure. So we'll do it together. So breathe in for 1 second, breathe out for 1 second. Okay? And just do that a few times and feel the amount of pressure that 1 in, 1 out causes to your chest. It's not a lot. It's really not a lot. And then try 2 seconds in, 2 seconds out. So you feel that the breath is a little bit different, deeper, but there's also pressure on the chest and on the back as well. And then breathe out and you feel that pressure coming off. Now try 3 in, 3 out, 4 in, 4 out, 5 in, 5 out, and work your way up as high as you can. And don't focus on the number, focus on the pressure. Focus on the pressure. So as you breathe deeper, a different pressure comes to your chest and to your back for that matter. So start to change the language you talk, because 1 in, 1 out, 2 numbers is this the beginning level. At the higher levels, you got to feel pressure. You got to understand what pressure works for you and does to your body. Awesome, guys. Come closer a little bit. Come closer. Just come close a little bit here, guys. So when you're talking about this, okay, I was walking around giving some quick little tips to some of the students here. I'll give it to you guys as well. When I'm doing my breathing and I want to understand it as a pressure, what I do first, especially as it starts to get past 5. For me, it's past 5. It can be maybe a little bit different for you guys. But I don't feel it in my chest first, but I feel it in my back, okay? So if you're ever going to get lung surgery done, they usually operate through the back. They don't go in through the chest because the lungs are closer to the back than they are the chest. So as I start to fill up, I first feel pressure on my back and then I feel pressure on my chest, right? So first try feel it in your back, right? And then you feel it in your chest, okay? That's the first thing. Second thing, for those of you that ever have used a heart rate monitor. So for years, I used to do running and cycling, had a heart rate monitor on. And the heart rate used to be a number. So I used to get 130, 140, 150 beats per minute. And I understood my heart rate by a number. But within less than 2 months, 8 weeks, I didn't need the number anymore. I knew the feeling. I could tell you by how I felt within 5 beats per minute of where I was on the, I didn't need the number anymore. I knew how I felt and where the number was. You need to know your breathing and the pressure as a feeling, not as a count, not 6, 7 in, out, 7 out. So try to find the pressure that you need in your body that makes you feel like you're with your breath. If there's not enough pressure, you don't feel it, right? You even forget that you're breathing. When I get to 6 in, 6 out, I know that I got to focus on my breathing. I got to stay with it. If I go less, I can forget about it. I might not even remember to do it. Okay. So find the breathing that brings great awareness and concentration to you right now as a pressure, not as a number. Go try it. 2 minutes. Awesome, guys. Come around. How was it? Unmute if you need, guys. Maybe I see if I can unmute you guys. I don't know. Unmute if you want to talk to me. How does it feel?
Likewise, for me, it was about 6 breaths where I had to start thinking and being conscious about it to make some space and relax my body.
Anybody else? You don't have to, guys. I'm just asking you if you felt something. So this
I think-
idea. So go ahead, speak up.
I felt on the exhale, it's a lot easier once I'm exhaling.
Okay. Okay. So guys, I'll show you some stuff about pressure that I want you to see. So before you do something, you got to build up the right amount of pressure for you to do the thing. Okay. So here's a perfect example. So if I'm on the ground, if you guys can see me, if I'm in my push-up, right? Okay, watch me. So I'm on the ground in my push, right? So you see me? There it is. Okay. So as I'm here, right? Before, usually I have no pressure whatsoever. See, there's no pressure, and they start to do a push-up. I'm pushing to the ground with my feet, just a little bit. I create a little bit of pressure, and I rise myself up. I keep the pressure, and I lower myself. So before a little bit, right? This I do my push-ups through pressure, not through muscles. Does that make sense? Because you know, I lost everybody here. Let me show you another way with one of the good students here. Come here. Come with you. I'll give you some explanation. Right, I need to come follow along. I feel like Mr. Rogers. So here's. I know a lot of you guys love training now, especially with COVID, right? So here's an example. So here's a chin-up bar. Okay, face me. Yeah. So watch. So here's a simple chin-up bar. Brad's gonna grab the chin-up bar. Before he lifts himself, he's gonna pressurize his body. He's gonna so he's gonna put a little tonus in his tummy, a little bit in the chest, a little bit in the back, a little bit in the legs, and now he's gonna lift himself. He's gonna lower himself. That's it. Let it go. That's it. Just one. So he's training not to lift through the muscles, but through pressure. Right? Did you feel the difference? It's like the pressure unites the body as one solid piece and lifts. So by putting just a little bit of tonus or a little bit of kind of pressure in the body, you rise yourself in a totally different way. Exercise becomes more mindful, I guess, a little bit more connected to everything you do. So does that make sense, guys? Do you want to see that again? Watch it again. Just watch one more time. You don't have to do a lot. So first you grab the bar. Now, for sure, there's too much pressure in his arms because the arms are active now. So Brad's going to stabilize that pressure. So whatever he feels in his arm, he's going to put in his chest, in his stomach, and in his legs. And then when everything feels right, he's going to rise himself. And down. Doesn't become all upper body. It becomes a whole body, right? And that's why those gymnasts that you see in the Olympics can do such incredible things on the rings, because their body is one piece. They don't just lift themselves. They have to do something up there, right? We take like the lowest. Imagine just for a second, watch. If I change this, my little, so Brad's going to go up there. I'm going to be hitting him. Imagine this would change for him. Okay. Everybody stand up. Okay. Everybody leg shoulder width apart. I want you to focus on the legs as much. So pressurize the body, right? Pressurize the chest, the stomach, the legs. Unite the whole body and do one squat. One good squat. That's not just legs, but legs and upper body. Okay. Now, if you need to do this, that's fine. I don't care. Like if you need to hold a position that you feel united, right? And just do one connected squat, take a break. But don't allow the squat to just be legs. It's not just legs, it's the whole body squatting. That's it, guys. That's it. And then if you feel you can do one, try do two. The same. Think of your steps. Think of the way you took your steps. The 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 squats have to be exactly like each other by pressure and by feel. By pressure and by feel. Awesome, guys. Good. Stop for a second. So again, a lot of people will train an exercise like a squat and try to separate it as in it's a squat, it's legs for kicking and for those things. But that's really a very low level. You've separated it and you've missed what it's supposed to be all about, okay? So try to imagine where some of this stuff goes in Systema, right? Legs are not just for squatting. They're part of a whole body that needs to move somewhere, right? If you go back, if we use Brad for an example again, right? Here's Brad with his AK-47, okay? So for Brad, he has to hold that weapon, right? And that's not light, that's at least 7 pounds. And if he's got a squat, watch Brad, he's got a squat, he's got to do something with that weapon. He's going to be aiming with it, okay? So the focus, he didn't think about his squat, he had a gun in his hand. His focus is on the gun, but yet he's still squatting, right? And as he moves around and changes his different heights and levels, it's on what he's looking at. Okay, you guys see that? So what I want you to do now is, it doesn't matter what you have, just pretend like you hold something or a broom or whatever, and start to move around and start to see how you don't focus on your legs, right? You focus on what you're doing with your arms, okay? Try it, 2 minutes, try it on your own. Move around, don't think of your legs, right? Don't think of your legs. Remember, try to feel the pressure, guys. Try to feel the pressure on your legs as you're moving, not the squatting. Think of pressure. How can I go down and get up without muscles, with pressure? Guys, one more minute, guys. Keep going. Feel the pressure in your legs. Feel the pressure of your breathing. Feel the pressure of every step. Nice, Michael. Nice. Guys, once in a while, squat a little bit. You can feel the legs a little bit better. Oleg, good, nice, man. Feel that pressure. Whatever pressure, Oleg, you feel in your legs, put it in your body, right? Try to manufacture it somehow. Like, feel, right? All right, guys, come close for a sec. Swat, come close just for a quick second. So I can see when you guys are using your legs, right? Your upper body is kind of soft, which is, it's fine. I get it. It's a systemic thing. We like to keep our body soft. But what you don't see for me is I have good pressure in my body. So when somebody tries to push me, I'm not flimsy, right? So let's try to show you with my legs here. As my legs are working, sometimes I bring my arms up and I feel more pressure in the arms when they're up, right? So I start to feel that pressure, okay? This is important, guys. Tomorrow, you know that push drill we do in Systema, right? So I'll show you with Valley. He starts to push me, I start to kind of push him, right? If you're too light, like you feel too elusive to your partner, he doesn't feel you, right? He needs to feel you. So it's hard to see, but Valley's pushing me, I give him, and I also can push him back. He pushes me and I can push him back. And he feels my weight. He feels my weight, right? This is important that when Valley touches me, I feel pressure. I don't feel tension. I feel his pressure on me, right? And he feels my pressure coming back. Pressure coming in, pressure coming back. When Valley grabs me tight, he should feel my pressure. I didn't escape from him. He should feel my pressure and I feel his pressure, right? Because pressure is, it's easier to calm down. Okay, so as you're moving now, and especially with the legs, right? Whatever pressure you feel in your legs has to be the same pressure you feel in your arms. Okay, try it. 2 minutes. I'll go around and help you. Thanks, fella. So stabilize your body, guys. It's one body, not arms and legs. It's one body. Very good, guys. Awesome. Lie down on your backs for me. Lie down on your backs. So try now to feel the floor, okay? And because your back is lying on the ground, you'll be able to feel the lungs fill up. So again, 1 second, breathe in, 1 second, breathe out. And then 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, all the way up. And feel how the deeper you go, you feel pressure build up in your back first, and then your chest second. So you should feel pressure in your back first, and then your chest rise second. And feel, because the floor is hard, you feel pressure different. When there's no pressure on your body, it's one thing. Now you have something solid on your back. Guys, pay attention, all the things on your back. So that's your shoulders, your bum, your legs, like anything touching the floor now, you should feel it, and also feel the pressure that you put on the floor. And get to know what that feels like when you're just lying there. Now the real trick comes. So work with your breathing. And as the breathing increases, as you get to 10 seconds in, 10 seconds out, try to see if you can keep the pressure the same. So you take more air in, which is difficult, but you keep the pressure the same on the floor. This is tricky. I like to imagine my body as one big lung. It's not like 2 lungs in my chest, but the whole body is one big lung. And this way I can feel pressure a lot better on the floor with my whole body. Okay, guys, now just leave the breathing for a second, but stay there on the ground, okay? So feel the pressure that you have, especially in the upper body now. So you have, try to focus just on the upper body. And what I want you to do now is do one leg raise at a time, like meaning both legs, but not more than one. And try to keep the pressure the same on your upper body. So as your legs come up, the pressure didn't get heavier or lighter. It stayed the same. And then lift the legs and put them down. Now, if you need to bend the knees, it's fine. But sometimes when the legs are coming up, it lifts the upper body. Don't let that happen. And sometimes when the legs go all up, the upper body becomes lighter. Don't let that happen. It's a consistent pressure of the upper body as the legs come up. So when I say everything, you're talking the arms, you're talking the elbows, the shoulders, the back, the head. No extra pressure on the head as the legs are raising. Sometimes we push into the ground with our upper body or down with our arms. No, everything stays the same. Okay, guys, very good. Now lie everything down again, kind of zero everything out, get to know your you have to do the same thing now with upper body. So as your upper body comes up, you have to keep the pressure of your bum, your legs the same on the floor. Now, this is challenging for sure. If you need to kind of come up sideways, it's fine. You don't have to come straight up if it's hard. You can kind of go to the side and come up if you need, but keep the pressure of the legs on the floor, the lower body, the same when you're sitting up. Don't let your legs become lighter or heavier. The same pressures on the floor with the legs as the upper body comes up. Again, if you need to come up through the side, you come up through the side. You don't have to come straight through the middle if it's too difficult. Okay, guys, come close for a second. Come close for a sec. Okay, just watch me for a quick second, guys. So I'll use Valley here for a sec, just to kind of. So I don't know. I hope you guys grasp what I'm trying to say. No instructions to Valley at all. You guys know. So what? Vali's gonna place a hand underneath my ankle, just lightly to feel the pressure. So it's like he's touching my ankle just and saying he has to be on. So you can put one over here, maybe. That's it. So now I'm lying down, okay, and I have to get up in such a way that I didn't change the pressure. He can feel how heavy my ankles are right now. So as I go down, he has to tell me if he feels any difference. And it's hard because here I start to become lighter and I have to find a way of going down. Now at the beginning, maybe I do something like this. I know he can feel a little bit of difference, right? But I'm trying to really hard. Because what you guys do, you come up and you sacrifice your legs. You forget about your legs. You say, okay, I don't have to worry about my legs. But what I'm trying to do is trying to really better, right? That time I for sure felt better. So when I did a leg raise, I didn't affect my ankles. I did it, and then Vali can do the same thing with my knees, right? I felt a little bit there, right? So very good. So this is what I'm trying to get at, guys, is that when you do your exercises, all your exercises, you all of them say, okay, you do them, but you sacrifice something else, right? It's the same. You see people in life do it. They want to get ahead in life, but then they sacrifice time with their family or other things. Like you have to know when you're doing an exercise, other parts are being sacrificed. Try to balance that out so it's not such a sacrifice, okay? 1 minute, try that again. Leg raises, body raises, okay? Try to pay attention just for 1 minute, guys, that's all. When I go to one side, I keep that way.
It doesn't so much works.
Really slowly to be aware of that.
Just kind of feel it, right? So put your hands over here. I want you to swing your arms forward and slide, but with the weight. Don't rush. And back slowly. See, the trick is how do you right one slide, right? It's too much effort to do with that needle, so try to figure a way. Sometimes sit like you want to look for something, right? Again, it's not going to be easy right away. But now you're bringing awareness to this, to that, to this. It's the whole body. It's the whole body sits, not the abdomen. Awesome, guys. Come around for a sec. Sit up, guys. Sit up. Ask me questions. How did it feel? Could you feel how tricky it was to keep the pressure the same?
Oh, yeah.
You feel it?
Yeah.
Anybody not understand what I'm saying? Please talk to me, because this is really difficult. I'm doing this now because I have some great students here helping me out. It's hard on my own to kind of do this, but with them it's a little bit easier, right? So tomorrow, whenever we get back to some training, you need to see punches, kicks, wrestling, grabs as a pressure. Now, what I'm hoping is that we use this time we have now, like through Zoom calls and stuff, that we start to say, when I get back to training, I need to relook at those escapes and those punches and kicks. So watch me and Valley for a second, okay? So if Valley's punching me in the chest, right? If he's punching me hard, instead of thinking about a hit, he needs to say, how much pressure can I put on Emmanuel's lungs? Not a hit, a pressure on my lungs, okay? So watch again. So he's changing what he's thinking. Again, more pressure. More pressure. So Valley's putting pressure on my body. He's hitting me. And I have to figure out, okay, so give me all of it. So you see me disappear? So that's all his pressure. So now I have to figure out, that was all this pressure. Now I have to figure out how to remove 10% of that off of me. Did you feel? So I'm talking to him and saying, did you feel I removed some pressure? Not did I escape, but how much pressure I removed off my. So now I'm going to try to remove 30%. I think it might have been more. I think it was more closer to 50. So I'm not trying to escape. I'm trying to remove pressure off my body. So when people punch and kick me, I need enough pressure where I feel good. And this is what I usually do with pressure. I remove 50. I have 50 in my body, and I'm going to give it back. I didn't punch Valley back by my agitation. I punched back by pressure. He gave me some pressure. I give him the same pressure. We have to copy. As he hits me, no, so I didn't give the right amount of pressure. He's wearing a poofy jacket, so it was absorbing some of the pressure, right? And we're punching each other by pressure, by feeling. There's no desire, there's no emotional component to it. I'm strictly giving him what I feel back, okay? So if I would say, you're a piece of shit, I would say, so I'm a piece of shit. I'm repeating back to him what he's saying to me perfectly. Let me understand. And this is the highest level of communication you can have, guys. When somebody's upset at you, you repeat back what they said to them and make sure that you understood it appropriately. Does that make sense? That's a high level of communication, guys. If you really want to understand how to work with angry people, communication is important. And communication is repeating back what you got. So this is a physical conversation we're having. He hits me, and I repeat back exactly what he gave to me. But if I didn't train to understand pressure, how can I do this? Right? So this is your important task now when you're training at home. Push-ups, squats, leg raises, body raises are pressure on the whole body, okay? So when I do a push-up, there is activity in my legs. There's activity in my back. There's activity in my face. I need to feel that. I can't make it chest and shoulders. It's a low level. That's not really a high level of activation. Does that make sense, guys? The same with grabs, the same with kicks. It's all the same. Please train yourself to understand pressure, and a good amount of pressure will teach you much more than 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Like it's just a number, right? It's just a number. For those of you that lift weights, it is a number, but at one point it's a feeling and a pressure that you're lifting, not a number. That makes sense? Guys, did you enjoy it? It's all good? So some of you joined in late, so please don't leave for a sec. First, I want to, you there? I always want to thank, can you hear me, everybody?
Yep.
Okay, so first I want to thank everybody, especially Valley and his great students for helping me out. I want to take you guys on a little tour before you guys go, because you're inside a dojo here, Roots Dojo, but you don't know what it looks like on the outside. So let me take you for a little tour of the outside of this place, okay? Thanks, guys. Take you for a tour because it's quite special, okay? So check this out. You guys see it? How's that for that? This is where Valley trains, and this is where he lives. You guys see all of that?
Yeah.
He's got an obstacle course back there. It's like a complete obstacle course, right? So what a beautiful place to train, guys. So you understand, before this was built, I think this was built about 5 years ago, Valley? Yeah, so before that, these guys trained out here all day. This is where they trained, right there. Okay, quite special place. So we're talking 20 years ago, guys. So it's really special place. I mean, as long as the Fight Club, for sure. And you know, it's just been a treat. I've been coming out here teaching for years. And then we stopped the last couple of years just because of stuff and then COVID and things. But I'm out here now, meeting with Valley on some special work we're doing together. And I'm here for another, I think, 5-6 days. So Wednesday's class will be over here as well. Okay, please join in. I hope you guys enjoyed everything. Was it all cool? You have any questions, guys? You have any questions?
All good.
Enjoy, guys. Enjoy. I will see you guys when I get back. I'll see you back, but we'll be here Wednesday. So please join us. Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
Thanks, Manny.
Thank you, guys. Be well.
Cheers,
Be
guys.
well, everybody.
Bye.
Bye, guys. Enjoy.
Bye.